odd. I tried to do this twice already, and I flipped it horizontally and, like, did the setting horizontally, and it was like, no, why would you ever try to do that on YouTube? So hopefully the vertical style is okay. Yeah, this is it's just the technical difficulties of a blind girl filming by herself, and that's okay. It's taken me a while to just be like, whatever, just do it. Like Shia LaBeouf said, just do it. Also, I'm trying to get my iPad getting up and going so I can read some comments. If you guys comment, if you're allowed, hopefully you're allowed. Hopefully YouTube doesn't hate me and tells me that I'm too young because I'm like almost 30. So we shall see. Also, weird side effect that I'm having today. My right ear feels like I can hear the ocean. That's how we always described it when I was younger. I'm like, that may not make any sense to you, but like, I don't know what's going on. And then yesterday I did a meditation, and it felt like I had pressure like right through here. A lot of times I try to meditate just to kind of like listen to my body and be like, hey, what's going on? So that's really odd that like yesterday I felt a lot of pressure right here, and then now today I'm like, feels like I can't hear. I got a migraine earlier. Those are pretty common for me because of my eyesight. But yeah, that was, I don't know, I'm having some weird symptoms today. That's not fun, but I've also, this week is just not fun for anybody, right? Which most weeks are not fun for anybody, unfortunately. But I can't keep my mouth shut this week for some reason. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? That's what life's all about. Using our voice while we're here, even if nobody wants to listen, even if people think you're crazy. What else are we going to do? I wish I had it in me to just be like graceful and quiet and go with the flow, but I'm not. That's not who I am. That's not who I've ever been. I have the chats up right here. So I'm going, if you see me kind of like leaned over, is my video even up? Like, what the hell is happening? I can see myself. Can you guys see me? These are the blind moments that we love. Thank you guys for chilling in here. If you're in here, go ahead and give me a like. That would be much appreciated. Oh, yeah, you're saying hi. Relaxing? Yeah. Yeah, why is it not popping up on here? Ah, rude. I'm trying to read your comments on here so I don't have to be like, hey guys. Ugh. I always have technical difficulties. It never fails. Things just cannot and will not work for me. I'm on my page. Hello. I'm on my live. Hello. There we go. Lord Jesus. Okay. I hate my camera angles because I'm like, I don't want to be all up close in your business. I want to be able to read comments like down here. Okay. Now I'm watching myself and I'm like, oh, hey, girlie. Thank you for being here. If you're here, I want to okay. Yeah, it's like, oh, welcome in. I've been here, girl. Hey. I do want to start off by showing you some really cool stuff that one of my clients got for me. I'm also going to try to like position this better so I'm not looking all the way down. This is my magnifier, so this is how I am reading your comments. It's a lot of fun to read comments, like struggling. And then, yeah, I can't get it to I don't know. We always have a little janky setup. That's fine. It's fine. This is what's gonna happen until I move and have a good setup and a system going. But I want to show you some really cool things that one of my clients got for me. I thought it was so sweet. She has giant skeletons, like life size, I think even bigger. I think she has like 7 foot tall skeletons, 6 foot, 7 foot. So she got me a mini skeleton. How cute. She is a client that was always like into spooky things with me. And so when I left one of my jobs, because I had two for a long time, when I left one of my jobs, she got me like a big bag of goodies. So this is the first thing. She got me a skeleton. And then, like I said, we are horror fanatics. We love horror movies. I'm trying to make sure this is the right way. I think this is the right way. She got me these cute little cups. They're Jason. How adorable. If you like horror movies, what's your favorite horror movie? Mine's Pennywise. It. I think mine's It. I love Art the Clown too. If you know me, you know I love creepy clowns. I just watched the Clown in the Cornfield movie with my boyfriend not too long ago. It was so good. I liked it. But yeah, I actually think It is my favorite horror movie. And the original for sure, but the new ones were really good. I liked how they split it up into 2 parts. And then I also read the book recently, which was like a 40 some hour book. And after that, I was like, I think I need a break from Stephen King. That man can write. That man can write well. But that was a lot. I felt like very drained after reading through all that book. But she got me these. I try not to drop anything over here. She got me these gummies, which my boyfriend opened up and ate some of them. I haven't tried them yet. I might do that on camera. Might as well, right? Might as well. After I try this, I'll check chat again. Check in with you guys. Oh, man. And gummies are these? Okay, they're just like normal gummies, I think. I didn't know if they were like gonna be characters or what. Pretty good. Pretty good. She got us a little Michael Myers ornament. I say us because, like, me and my boyfriend both love horror. So. And I say us because Dan's favorite character is Chucky. So, I was like, oh, he's going to steal that one from me. So she got us these 2 little ornaments, but he had them setting in our bookshelf. So I was like, wait, I want to show them off on a video. So let me use them for a little bit and then we can put them back up there. And then she put it all in this huge skull bag, which is adorable. And, oh my gosh, I'm like backed into a little corner in my massage room right now. So this is a Freddy Krueger blanket. It is so soft. And before Pennywise, Freddy Krueger was my favorite because I always, it's gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna say something weird. I really identified with Freddy Krueger when I was younger because I had skin that looked like him. So that's sometimes I'm like, you know, people with disabilities, Do y'all ever feel like you only identify with the villain because they were the only ones that represented what you looked like? I was like, maybe that was not a great start to my life. Um, anyway, we'll move on from that. So I also found my mom bought these for me at Five Below. They had horror shirts. This one's Freddy. Again, we love Freddy Krueger. He's definitely top. I think he's number two for me. First is Pennywise, and then we got Freddy. But here's another creepy clown. I think I always mess up saying this movie title, Creepy Clowns from Outer Space. I think I always say like Crazy Clowns or something. But here is that one. And I've never watched this movie. I have never seen this movie. But again, I love creepy clowns. So that is my haul. That is my horror haul before Halloween. I was super excited about all that stuff. Oh, hey, what up, Sagi? Saji? Sagi? Thanks for hanging out in here. And thank you for liking. I appreciate you. Um, Again, my setup is not perfect, but we cope. We cope with what we have. So, I am Alyssa. I'm legally blind. If you've not been here before, welcome in. I have a job. I've had a job for 3 years. I got off disability, got a job. I want to actually get a house next year. We'll see how that goes with the wonderful economy that we are given. Um, and I am pretty independent in Lexington, um, but I don't know. I have really thought about lately the privilege that I have of having amazing people in my life, for one. Like, not everybody has that. And I've been really grateful for that lately. And then also just realizing that people think because I went through a bunch when I was younger, like, I obviously, I have like a ton of disabilities now. But people are like, oh, like, yeah, you've gone through a lot though. And I kind of hate that because I'm like, no, all of us go through a lot, obviously. And it makes me sad when people are like, oh, I hate complaining about this to you because it's so stupid, or, like they don't see it as being as much as I've gone through. But I think my experience is just like weird and different. Like, not a lot of people can say that they are 4'3", or they are 4'3" and blind and have a skin disease. Like, I just have a weird circumstance, and I like to talk about it. I like to share my experience because I think it's important for people to know that just because I am legally blind doesn't mean I'm like helpless and can't do anything for myself. And I think I've also thought this week about my internalized ableism that I had with myself, because I wasn't born blind. I went blind. My skin disease was pretty debilitating, which, if you have a skin disease, it was probably more debilitating than my eyesight at certain points in my life, because when I break out, it's just like my entire body is just inflamed, it's painful, it's itchy, it hurts, it's like, it's all of these things. It makes you uncomfortable, and so I had that really bad all throughout my childhood. And then once I turned 10, I was diagnosed with glaucoma, and I went through a bunch of surgeries. When I was 16, I lost like majority of my sight, and then when I was 18, it was like a lot more of it. I believe it was the surgeries that I had done, but they would never admit that. um, but yeah, it's just like I had to really process all of the internalized ableism that I had against myself, because I was taught that like I needed a healing and just all kinds of not so great things that you're taught in a Southern Baptist church. And I don't blame the church. Like, a lot of those people, I'm like, I still love you. Like, you are doing great. You do you, boo boo. But I think when you're a child going through stuff that most children don't go through, and mostly it's just like adults that go through it. Which again, I'm like, I'm privileged because like I still have both my parents. Like, we went on a ton of trips together. It wasn't like my whole life was like this miserable hospital stay. It was like half my life, but the other half was like my family trying to be like, okay, but we're gonna try to be like normal, and they would push me a lot, which was amazing for me. So I'm really grateful for that. So that's I'm like, I am privileged in a lot of ways. Like, we got to go to Disney World multiple times. That's a privilege in itself, you know? So it's just, it's very odd to think about how people view me personally, because a lot of people, again, they act like I have this weird woe is me about me. And I hope I don't give that off. Like, I hope I'm not just like, oh, I've gone through a lot more than you. I hate that. I don't want people to think that about me. And if you know me, you know me. Like, so I'm like, I guess I don't care anymore what people think, but yeah, it's stressful when people say stuff like that to me, because they're like, well, I've not been through what you've been through. I'm like, well, you're going through your own stuff though, and that's difficult in itself. Also, thank you for letting me go on that tangent. I appreciate it. If you're hanging out in here and you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. I would love to hear some questions. Or how is your day going? How's your week going? Again, I'm always like struggling at the beginning to get things started. And I hate that. I hate that so much because I'm just like, no, like, I'm trying to get everything all set. It never fails. Like last week when I went to go live, my light was flickering. The lights will flicker and no one will be there. And that was kind of creepy because somebody like got in my chat and their name was like something clown, and it was like, I'm behind you, or like, I'm coming for you. And I was like, oh, and my light's flickering. That's not unsettling at all. Cool. That's really fun. I appreciate you. I always said that. I was like, I'm gonna end up getting taken out by a creepy clown. Because, like, if I see one, I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, I love your work. I don't know why clowns. I was also kind of overthinking that. I don't know why this chair constantly, like, pop, 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 pop. But I was also thinking about why. I don't even move, and it's like, pop, 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 pop. I was thinking about why I like clowns. And I was like, maybe it wasn't like creepy clowns at first. Maybe it was just clowns. Oh my god, and Twisty from American Horror Story. I'm gonna have to change the title of this to just like Alyssa goes on a clown rant. Um, but I love Twisty from American Horror Story, and I loved him from the beginning. And everyone's like, "What is wrong with you?" As they usually do. But then you find out his backstory, and it's really tragic. And I was like, man, maybe this is like me going overthinking a lot. Maybe I like clowns because like I was always told to like put on a smile. And so I was like, ooh, maybe there's some like deeper rooted meaning behind me loving clowns and then creepy clowns, because I'm like, yeah, like they just have so much rage built up in them. and they're hiding behind a smile. That's so me. These creepy killer clowns. Um, but I was listening to Ariana's song Fake Smile, and I was like, I don't even know if she has a music video for that, but I was like, a really cool music video concept would be having clowns around her in that music video. And that was me being a weird clown lover. So, anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about creepy clowns. I promise. I do. Oh my gosh, another really cool thing, and again, like I've had such a struggle with being privileged lately, because again, like I've gone through hell and back with my medical issues. I've seen things that y'all don't want to see. I've gone through things and pains that I wish on no one. But I'm in like a pretty good place right now. And one, that's really scary for somebody with chronic illness, because I'm like, are you going to flare up? Are you going to take me out anytime soon? Because I can't afford that. I'm no longer on disability and I make money, so I can't really afford that. Please don't do that, body. And you never know. And then I've also like let my health slip the last few years, honestly, like with eating, terrible eating habits, not exercising as much as I used to. And girl, I've gained some weight. So I'm really gonna try to get back on track. I'm cutting my hours at work, and what I want to do is like meal prep, not overeat, not stress eat, try to have other outlets for my stress instead of like eating. And then here today, I'm like, I got a migraine. I had to take a nap because I really want to start working out and stuff more consistently again. Just because, like, I'm hoping it'll help with my different symptoms that I'm having with fatigue, especially and stuff. So I'm hoping to get back on the health train. But I also feel very privileged to say that I'm able to work as a disabled woman, because a lot of people aren't. And then, like, it's unhealthy because, yes, there are people who are just lazy, I'm sure, but majority of disabled people want to work. And that is something too that, like, this small town mindset that I've been around is just like, well, it's because like all these people who don't need it are taking the money. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I can't remember exactly how much I received as a check each month when I was on disability, because if you're disabled and you haven't worked yet, you don't get a percentage of your work income. And even when you get a percentage of your work income, unless you're making like $1 million, it's a small check, you know. Unless you're making a ton of money, it's a very small portion of that. And I was making 1,000 or less. I think it was less than 1,000, because my rent. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus Christ. I'm thinking it was like 900 or 1,000 at the time, because my rent was 800 when I first moved here. And I was like, okay, cool. This covers like barely my bills just for rent, electric, um, water. And then on top of that, you have like Wi Fi, food, and then nothing else. And then like what I was receiving wasn't enough to pay that. So that was crazy. Um, but I knew I had to do that just to like get to where I am now, and now I'm like in a pretty good financial situation. Thankfully, my credit's bumping back up, and I'm wanting to get a house. So I'm like trying to really like focus on what I need to do that. I'm gonna check my chat because I just saw another chat. What's going here? Not even the new subscribers on your live? No, I can't see. I'm legally blind. So I'm trying to. I didn't have my magnifier on. That's why I'm like, I don't know how to balance this because either you're going to get me like hunched over my iPad. Thank you for subscribing if you did, though. I really appreciate it. And I can't see. Yeah. And like, don't feel bad because, yeah, no, I don't have a solid setup, right? I would love to get like a moderator, somebody like I'll get an earpiece and be like, "Oh, hey, you got a subscriber. Thank you so much if you subscribed. I really appreciate it." It's just no, you're fine. How are you? Thank you, Emmy AG. I'm assuming you're the one that subscribed. What's up? How's your day going? No, I do go on like rants about myself though, and I apologize for that. But again, like I am just trying to fill up the space, and every so often that's why I'm like, okay, I'll check my chat every so often when I see it moving. You're doing fine? Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of just going on a rant about I go on a lot of tangents. I'm kind of going on a rant about feeling privileged for being able to work as a disabled woman. So a lot of people don't get that, but I feel like almost privileged, even though I am disabled, that like I can still work. And I found two amazing bosses who hired me, and then so for like years I've had two jobs, and I just quit one of them unfortunately. Even though she was awesome. Like I had amazing workplace environments, and I still do, still love them. Where am I from? I'm from Kentucky. Where are you from? I don't know if you can hear my boyfriend in there. Um, but yeah, so I just feel so privileged sometimes because people will be like, "Oh, well, you're disabled and you work, so like other disabled people can do that," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not easy," and that's why I suffer with a lot of mental health issues because I push myself to a point where I should never have to push myself. And another thing, people are like, "Oh, well, everybody does that. Everybody gets exhausted." But whenever you have, like, I have arthritis, glaucoma, my skin likes to flare up if I get too stressed. I get a lot of migraines and stuff. And it's just like the body fatigue on top of all of that. I'm like, I need to figure out if I have some sort of autoimmune disorder. They tried to figure that out when I was younger, but I'm pretty sure that I have something. But, like people are just like, "Oh, well, you do it, so other disabled people can do it." It's like, no, I am doing it, but it's because I'm crazy. And I deal with a lot of bullshit that I don't want to deal with, but I do. Nigeria, nice. Okay. That's very far away. Wow. How is life over there? I'm very curious. I love meeting new people from different places. I think that's really fun. Also, thank you guys for being in here if you're in here. I apologize if I've not kept up with chat. I think I saw the only messages here. I'm trying, guys. Um Again, it's hard for me and I need a better setup, which is why I'm working on trying to get a house. I'm not even gonna lie, with all of the stuff going on, I was looking at houses in New Zealand. I was like, should your girl move there? I don't know. Kind of want to. Kind of want to. You enjoy life there? So, what do you do as a job? A lot of people that come in here, though, are like, oh, I'm still in high school. I'm like, I said this ain't made for kids. YouTube, stop. Bad, okay, great. No, I feel that. That is life in a summary right there. Good, bad, okay. Good, bad, okay, great. That no, that's that. The good, bad, okay, great. That is literally life, though. You just go through cycles. But this, like, what I was saying is, I just feel like I have so many privileges that other people don't have, and I don't know why people assume that I don't think that. Um, so it's just wild. It's wild to me. Self employed, nice. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to build up on TikTok. I've made some money on TikTok. I've made about a few $100s now. I started in June really looking into the creator pilot program, which allows you to promote items. And then I figured out like some other ways to make money on TikTok, which is really cool. That's a lot. There's a lot of different subsections of how to make money on there. And then I'm also trying to build my YouTube channel back up. I made videos like years ago, and then I started massage school and I was exhausted and I was like, I can't do this. So I took like quite a few years off YouTube, unfortunately. I wish I would have kept it up, but I just didn't have it in me, especially because I worked so much as a massage therapist. So I was like, you know what, I don't want to work as hard on my body because like massage therapy is pretty hard on your body. And so I'm like 3 years in and I was like, okay, I'm going to start doing fun stuff that I love again. And I love massage therapy. It's just, I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much of it. So I am cutting some hours and then I'm gonna be doing this more. And then I'm actually gonna have a set schedule. And then hopefully people can like moderate for me. So your blind girl isn't just ignoring chat. Guess you do have a privilege over there. Yeah, I totally yeah. I totally get that. And that's I complain about our government a lot, but I think that's necessary because if we don't fight back on the government like screwing us over, what's the whole point? Like what would America be? So people are like, "Oh, you're so privileged to be there." Yeah, I am very aware of that. I'm not denying it at all, but um one thing they don't like to take care of their disabled people at all. I've heard from other countries like once I started working, the government started treating me like I was a criminal and I have to turn in what I make each month, which reminds me I haven't done that this month, so I gotta remember to do that. That's just another thing that I get to add to my list. But they're just like, oh, so you're working now? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to have a better life. And then it's just wild how they treat you whenever you're disabled. They really treat you like you're lesser than a lot of the people that work in the government at the disability department. I don't even know what I'm like. It's called something. I'm blanking now, but it's insane. You want to invest more? I will tell you a funny investing story of mine. So, one thing that I've done is I've opened a high yield savings, and it's not much, but like it's a guaranteed investment. I think what I have in mind right now, it makes like $8. So, I'm hoping to like build it up to where, I make more money um, putting money into my savings. So, again, like with buying a house, I'm like trying to save as much as I can. But I will tell you a funny story. I I was watching the stock market and dividends. I was looking into dividends. So like I was trying to figure out with like every every month to make like $10 on David. I can't even speak anymore. On dividend, on dividends, and that means you make that money back no matter what. Like, so each month, if it's like you invest so much, I was trying to make it to where I was gonna get like $10 back on dividends, and I invested in Target maybe like a week before they made a statement about DEI hires. And if you don't know about that, it's a very bad thing. So they were pretty much like, no, we don't agree with DEI hires anymore either. And their stock plummeted, which I still get my dividends. I still get the same $10 dividends every 3 months. But yeah, I was like, you you really had to do that after I invested in you. We're gonna do that, and it's been a while. It has been a while, and it's still down because even people I know personally were like, "Fuck Target, I'm not going there." And I'm like, "Awesome, yeah, no, I totally understand." And their stock plummeted, so I don't invest anymore. For a while, I was like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna get into investing," and I was like, "Oh, well, you're really bad at it. You are really bad at guessing what companies to invest in, apparently. So we ain't gonna do that no more." Maybe whenever I get a house, if I like can save up and play with money, I don't know. Yeah, we are not lucky. That's one thing about me. I'm like, I try not to test my luck because it's rough out here. But I support you investing if you know what you're doing. If you have someone guiding you, that's probably smart. Somebody who knows what they're doing guiding you to invest. But ridiculous. Yeah. No, it was very funny. Very funny. Very ironic. I was like, this would happen to me. Because again, like DEI hires is also like talking about people of color, LGBTQ community, women, disabled people, and I was like, you really came after me after I invested. Why you gonna do that, Target? And I don't even shop at Target, so I think I've gone there a few times since I've lived in the city, and it was always because other people wanted to go. I like to shop online. I use Misfit Market for my groceries, and where I'm legally blind, shopping in stores isn't as fun for me. So I online shop a lot. Um, but again, with saving for a house, I really don't shop very often. TikTok's got me though because I can get really good deals on stuff now because where I promote products, I can get a refund for what I pay if people buy it from me. So that I've been shopping a little more now. Guess you have found one. Hey guys, welcome in if you're hanging out. I appreciate it. I think I am going to get off here. I've gone on my creepy clown tangent, how I feel about being a little privileged, and my Target screw up. So, thank you for bringing that one up. That one hurt. But again, like I said, I get dividends. It's every 3 months, I believe. So if you look into dividends, that's what I think would be perfect is to invest just to receive so many. Um, I'm like, I can't word today. Invest to receive so much dividend that that is what pays your bills. And then you still have like invested money. And then each month you're getting the dividends to live off of. That's what I would love to do eventually. But again, that's going to be a lot of money. Um, and then you also have to worry about the economy. And that sucks. Can I ask for a favor? What she want? What's your favor? Tell me what's your favor. What's your favor? Tell me what's your favor. What's your favor? Tell me what's your favor. Hey, what's your favorite? I don't know what I'm doing. I took a nap, so I'm like, I'm probably gonna be up late tonight, unfortunately. Aw, more of like a long time chat. That is so sweet. You hear my boyfriend in there going, "Let's go, let's go." That is so sweet. Yeah, for sure. Find me on. I have an Instagram. It's like, what is my Instagram? The girl named Markel. I think I have it in a lot of my videos, like in the description. But I will, after this, I will put it in the description. Do you have Instagram? Because we can totally chat on there. You know, sorry if I ask a lot. No, not at all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I will, after this video, I'll put my all of my socials in the description. And then if you want to, you can go ahead and go to another video and do that because it might take me a little bit. But yeah, you can you can DM me on there and we'll go from there. And I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with me for so long. Sometimes I feel boring, and thank you for also giving me a chance to respond to you and not just like blabbering to the universe. So thank you so much. Is that your Instagram? Okay, I'll watch out for you, girl. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining. You guys will get to see me struggle to turn the live stream off. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get on up close and personal. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Let me also add you as a friend on here. Oh, I can also like pin your messages. Hey. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Sorry, I had to pin you, so I'm just figuring out stuff. I think I can add you. Again, this is like the blind girl stuff that I deal with that you have to see. Oh, that's cool too. You can add people as moderators. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna screenshot this and I will watch out for you on Instagram. What's the handle? I think it's the girl named Markel is my Instagram handle, but it's just Alyssa Markel, like as my name. But I think it's at the girl named Markel. Listen, you can ask me for advice, but I don't know if you want my advice, but I will help you as much as I can. So I appreciate you. I'm going to get off here for now. You guys have a wonderful week. Bye.